Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to another one of my reaction videos. So today we're going to be reacting to the mid-season finale of Season 8 of Death Battle, which is Link vs. Cloud, the second one, Link vs. Cloud 2, essentially. I am very, very excited for this one. Out of the teased combatants that were revealed at the end of Hulk vs. Broly, I was the most excited to see Cloud because I knew that meant that we were getting this one. And I've been wanting this rematch, not like, for my whole life or anything like that, but it was something that was starting to appeal to me in more recent years, and it's really cool that we're actually getting it right now. I was also excited for the Yoda fight, and I was excited for a lot of the other characters coming, but I knew that Cloud meant that we were getting Link versus Cloud, and I was just so excited for it. And I'm still excited for it. I have high expectations for it. I know that there's going to be updated 3D animation, so I'm really excited to see what that's all about. In terms of who I think is going to win this one, I mean, I think it kind of depends on what kind of scaling you buy for Link and his abilities and like his own feats and stuff like that. Personally, I'm still leaning more towards Cloud. I made a prediction and I went with Cloud. I'm still leaning a little more towards Cloud, but I would not be surprised if, Link's abilities or his weapons, his inventory was really just too much for Cloud. But I still think that Cloud overall has a big enough stats advantage that it could pull him through. That's just my opinion, but again, I'm not really sure. Link could win, and if he does win and they can justify it well enough, then, you know what, I'll be satisfied. And if you're rooting for Link, that's great. Personally, I guess I'd be rooting for Cloud. I don't have too much of a history with Link. I have more of a history with Cloud, so I guess I would say Cloud. I don't know. Either way, I'm still going for Cloud right now, but if Link does win, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Death Battle is sponsored by Omen. Oasis is a free and easy-to-use add-on.
I'm just going to skip this a little bit.
Can't hang out. Make sure Oasis on the Omen Gaming Hub and try the beta.
I think I'm just going to go from here. So Death Battle, I will probably be taking a break after this. So let's enjoy this one.
Link, the courageous and determined hero of Hyrule.
Cloud Stripe, sword swinging, spiky.
They're two of my mains in Smash, by the way, as well.
Powerful warriors in their own right, but in a fight to the death, which one will win?
He's whiz and I'm boosted.
Well, we're about to find out.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, animation looks promising.
In the land of Hyrule was a hero so great, even a goddess favored him. Destined to wield the Triforce of Courage, he fought for his people until his dying breath. Moreover, he was chosen to be reincarnated through time to continue defending.
Multi-incarnate.
This hero's name was Link.
Since Link's spirit had been reborn over and over, technically that means most Links are kind of the same guy. It's a real Link to the
From a certain
past.
point of view, sure.
Which is probably why he's so skilled with tons of different weapons, like his highly
Fair enough.
shield, and of course, the Master Sword.
Hell yeah.
The Master Sword is no ordinary blade. Infused with sacred energy, it is evil's bane incarnate, capable of destroying magical barriers, dispelling curses, and slaying immortal monsters.
But nothing's more badass than its laser beams and skyward strike. He can even charge it with lightning. You like that, like?
Link's carried hammers, clubs, spears, even boomerangs, and his talent with a bow is second to none. He has fire, ice, and shock arrows, and his
They're just listing off the inventory already.
But the ancient
Really going
arrows
through it.
instantly
I mean, it's fair, he has a
consign
lot.
foes to oblivion, appearing to either transport them to another dimension or crush them into nothingness.
And these souped-up weapons have
Can it do either, or do we not know which one it is?
Tussles defending the world from foes like Ganon, Vati, and Majora.
Link has survived rolling through lava and while wearing the golden gauntlet.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Been strong enough to lift stone weighing well over 10,000 tons.
And the Force Sword
That's a lot of tons.
Split up into copies of himself. Talk about multitasking.
With the Ocarina of Time,
That's
Link
very
can summon
helpful.
Storms, teleport across the land, and even travel through time. With Soul.
Wow.
But some of that doesn't hold a candle to the Sheikah Slate. That
Gee,
thing
all
can
of this is so hard to
zero
remember.
move objects magnetically and totally stop time for things. And it can summon his Master Cycle Zero.
Motorcycles are all well and good, but his sailcloth is certainly a more elegant way to move around.
So he's got a lot of cool
I
stuff.
see.
But sometimes he's got to get sneaky about it. While he may be tough,
Solid
he can't
Snake.
always win fights with brute force.
His claw shots are perfect for maneuvering around the environment, and his magic cape can turn him invisible.
I can think of a lot of ways that would come in handy.
Well, let's see. Dummy.
Is Dummy invisible? He's got an invisibility cloak.
No, Link's weapons are very effective against sassy robots.
Ooh, you can't
The sassy
see me
kind,
coming
specifically?
now, can ya? Ha! Hey, why didn't you get hit?
Right, the magic cape also turns Link intangible.
Ah.
Huh, line. Anyway, did
Yeah,
you
there
know
really
Link's
wasn't.
fast enough to roll away from BMOS lasers, which are actual light beams? They burn things, move in a straight
Yep.
line, and
They
the
talked about
guide
this
says
before
they're
in Ganon
lasers,
vs.
so
Dracula.
there.
As you can see, Link can dodge this laser at the moment it's fired. Given the distance between the two and the time frame, he would have to be moving 2 feet in just under 2 billionths of a second.
Wow.
About a tenth the speed of light.
Yep.
Now that's a reason to say, "Excuse me, princess." 'Cause
I'm
if
glad
you
they threw that in
didn't,
there.
No one would get out of the way in time.
But one item Link has isn't simply a mere vehicle to increase his speed or strength. The Triforce of Courage, a holy relic that offers mystic power to its bearer, including protection from transmutation.
He's got some other spells too.
Yeah, that would
like
really
for
help.
Shielding and healing, and his fairy spell lets him literally just turn into a fairy. Oh, look at him. Gets all tiny and he can fly around. Get the fly swatter.
Link's also been
Yeah,
granted
kill him.
magic by
No, I'm
great
kidding.
fairies and spirits of past Hylian champions. Mipha's Grace can even revive him to full health after death.
And if all this wasn't enough for him
Really?
to just trash his opponents, Link's known to carry around a snack or two to help him out.
While he usually has a limited supply of magical energy, a single bottle of Chateau Romani gives him unlimited magic for 3 whole days.
That's nothing compared to his
Jeez.
mask.
These masks not only change his physical form, but give him unique abilities, like how his Goron mask increases his strength.
He can even roll so fast he catches fire. But the Fierce Deity mask is the best. It basically transforms him into a dark god, 10 feet tall and 100% terrifying, with inhuman strength and the impossible Helix sword.
Fierce Deity Link
That
is
is
easily overpowered, but
very
Goron
good.
hold the moon into the planet with enough force to destroy a continent and cause planet-wide destruction.
Well, sounds like he's got everything he needs to defend Hyrule. I mean, if you're
I mean,
chosen
yeah.
by a goddess, you gotta do what she says, right?
With the boy
That
clad
too.
in green committed to the cause, Hyrule can breathe easy knowing it's defended by such a worthy champion.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That is a little intimidating. He has a lot of stuff. I'm definitely not gonna be able to remember all of it, but that's a lot of stuff.
On the planet Gaia, run by the Shinra conglomerate, one young man wanted to be a strong protector of others, just like his hero, Sephiroth, the elite member of Soldier. This was Cloud Strife.
The troops of Soldier are awesome. They get badass paramilitary weapons and get to cast magic from materia.
Materia
Yep.
is a byproduct of the life stream, an energy source that runs through the world.
Green materia casts offensive spells, blue's for supportive spells, and yellow has commands. But red's the most powerful. 'cause
summons.
They can summon giant monsters.
Hell
No
yeah.
wonder Cloud wanted to be a part of Soldier so bad. I'd want to too if I could have a giant dragon god as a pet.
This is Bahamut Fury, among the most powerful summons in Final Fantasy history, capable of annihilating a moon, a feat worth over 140 exatons of TNT.
Which Cloud totally survived after he made it into the Soldier program
Wasn't
without
this-
any problems whatsoever.
Wasn't this Zack though?
None at all. Is this too much foreshadowing?
Cloud's time as a soldier mercenary was, well, it never happened. Despite
Yeah, okay,
saying otherwise,
I thought
Cloud
so.
actually failed to join the program at all.
Alright, bear with me here. See, Cloud had a friend, a first-class soldier named Zack Fair. They went through a bunch
Okay, I
of
see what
wacky
they're doing. I was
adventures
just
together,
confused.
Then got kidnapped by some weird cultists who injected them with alien DNA and Mako energy that supercharged them.
Yep.
It's a long story.
Time and time again,
Yeah, that
Zack
pretty much sums
came
it
to
up.
Cloud's rescue, until one day, a rescue would be his final act.
But before he fell, he gifted Cloud his
poor
big old
Zack.
Buster Sword. Hey, what's a sword between bros? Especially when Zack had been there for Cloud so much in the past.
Like how Zack was the one who helped Cloud adjust to the fact that he had never become a member of Soldier.
Yeah.
Or how Cloud hadn't been the one who took the moon exploding either. That was Zack all along.
Not to say he couldn't,
Cloud's
but
own history
yeah.
had affected him so much that he unintentionally took Zack's as his own.
Jeez, sounds like he needs to do some heavy self-reflection.
Cloud struggled with confidence ever since he was rejected from the Soldier program. That, combined with the trauma from being kidnapped, experimented on, and watching his best friend die,
Right.
fractured his sense of self.
You know,
I
Cloud
could
not
imagine,
being who
yeah.
he said he was reminds me of someone, Wiz.
What are you talking about?
You know, like how you faked your identity to avoid paying all those student loans and Homeland Security is still looking for
Wiz,
you. and-
that's not okay.
Hey, did you know, despite how the game works, Cloud can use materia without a weapon? Isn't that neat? Anyway, realizing
And apparently so can Wiz. that
Cloud's
makes
journey
sense,
of
but yeah.
self-repair. Though he had failed to become part of Soldier, he probably shouldn't have, because he's been in many fights just as, if not more impressive than those of Zack's resume.
Remember that
Hell
awesome
yeah.
dragon? He beat him. Bahamut's super strong, but also fast enough to fly between planets in seconds. Hell, Cloud can even fly too.
I guess. More like he's able to jump hundreds of yards up and hang in the
Yeah,
sky
it's kind of
and
weird.
lunge around. Yeah, it's basically flight.
He can also use spirit energy for super attacks called limit breaks, like the classic Omni Slash.
Yep.
He's also worn several different types of gear over the years, but the one he's consistently kept is a certain ribbon which defends him from the majority of status effects, excluding time manipulation.
He's dodged bullets,
Ooh.
lasers, and electric attacks. He's casually sliced buildings in half, can cast literal nuclear explosions with his flare materia, and he even beat that handsome devil Sephiroth. I don't know how Sephi survived being impaled by a sword that's literally wider than he is.
Yeah.
but Cloud got to kick his ass multiple times.
Even
Right.
face to face with Sephiroth's ultimate attack, Supernova.
Along the way, Cloud also destroyed Shinra. That's one way to get back at the folks who refused to hire you. Oh, and he got an even cooler sword, too. Get rid of that sentimental Buster sword, Buster, because the Fusion Sword isn't here to play.
Right, right.
Fusion Sword came a new version of Cloud. One who'd worked hard to resolve his personal issues and overcame any foe, mental or physical, in his way.
So all
Good
that
for him.
on top of beating Sephiroth 3 whole times proves Cloud puts up one hell of a fight.
Despite Cloud's frustrating start as a young man with unattainable dreams, he grew up to become far more than he could have imagined.
After saving the world more than once, Cloud Strife deserves the hype.
Stay where you belong. In my memories.
Feels like they spent a lot less time going over
All right,
Cloud.
the buttons are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you want to last as long in bed as Link and Cloud do fighting gods, check out Blue Chew.
What a transition there. Okay, let's see if we can skip this.
Of the cost. Cheaper than going to a pharmacy because Blue Chew's.
You'll get your prescription
I'm very
and
excited for
you'll
this
receive your
battle.
first month free. And
I'm just
thanks
gonna
to
leave
Blue
it
Chew
here.
for sponsoring this show.
But right now,
It's time for a death battle. Pause it. Okay, so yeah, I don't know who's gonna win. This is really tough. See, they didn't give a lot of exact stuff for Cloud. They did talk about how he beat, how he matched like the moon busting power by defeating the summon. And they talked about how he beat Sephiroth, and when he was like face to face with Supernova, etc., which can power through a whole solar system. So there's that. But with Link, I saw on the sidebar that they did talk about how Link matched, I believe it was planet busting power. Well, they did talk about how it was like cause destruction across a planet. They said that out loud, but they also listed on the sidebar that he matched like planet destroying power or something like that. I wasn't able to read it too in depth because I was trying to listen and read at the same time. But it definitely seems like they're putting Cloud's physical strength and durability above Link. That's what it seems, or at least that's what I think they're going to say later. But in terms of speed, I didn't really understand what they were trying to say, because they said like he can fly between, the summon can fly between planets within seconds or whatever. But like when you say planets, like some planets aren't very far apart, so I'm not sure how much between like the speed of, well, I guess in order to travel between like the Earth and the Moon even in just like 1 second would be over the speed of light. So they're probably saying that Cloud is faster too if he can keep up with flying between planets in seconds. So okay, I can see that. I'm just trying to reason it out. So in terms of physical stats, yeah, it looks like they're putting Cloud at a higher level, which I would expect. But in terms of everything that Link has, I'm not sure. Like they said that the ribbon, protects against like status effects except time manipulation, but like Link has time manipulation. He can travel through time and he can stop time. But they also showed, Wiz stopping Boomstick in time with materia. Is that something that Cloud also has with him? Because if that's the case, then even if the ribbon doesn't resist him from time stopping, he could stop time as well, putting him on equal footing with Link. So I'm trying to really reason that out to see like if that would be enough, because there's also everything else that Link has. It doesn't seem like Link has anything like in terms of sheer raw power that could match Cloud in terms of raw power, especially since it sounded like the biggest thing they could get for him was again like planet level or like up to planet level almost. But there's also just the fact that he can get a full supply of magic for 3 days, and that he can come back to life apparently after he died. Like, the thing is, it seems like Link has a lot of abilities. I'm not going to remember everything that Link has, and Cloud can definitely counter some of it with his own abilities or just his sheer strength and speed. So there's that. But it's just a matter of if he gets all that magic, like, could they just reason out that, like, oh, it's just too much magic for Cloud to handle? Because they didn't talk too much about what Link could do with all that magic. They just said, oh yeah, he gets a full supply of magic for 3 days. Moving on. So it's tough. It's really tough, and I do like that it's tough for me to decide. I'm still going to go with Cloud, because that's what my gut is telling me. But if Link wins, I will not be surprised in the slightest. I know it just means that his inventory is able to make up for Cloud's superior stats. But yeah, no, like, usually it's safer to go with, you know, the stats, because it's like versatility and your abilities, they're really only helpful if they can perfectly counter the stats. Stats are more reliable. It's like that stuff is like you have that advantage guaranteed. But even if you're more versatile, it really only helps if it's able to get around any of those stat advantages. But it looks like some of Link's abilities could do that, but maybe not to a huge degree. So I'm still going to go with Cloud. But if Link wins, I will not be surprised at all. Either way, no matter who wins, as long as they can justify it and as long as they give me a really cool fight, I think I'm going to be happy. So without further ado, let's play. We've got a lot of video left, so hopefully we get a good long battle. It looks like they're going to start on their motorcycles, which I actually quite like. They didn't have to do that, and yet they're doing it. So it's definitely a different style of 3D animation. Is it like the Blender style? Doesn't look bad. Yeah, I hope they don't stay on their, yep. I hope they don't stay on their motorcycles for too long. I'm not gonna remember all the names of their attacks, by the way. So I'm just gonna watch. Ooh. Damn, you can take that, Cloud. Where's your sword? And geez, that's a long fall. Oh, there it is.
Excuse me?
Damn. This is already so much better than the first one. The first one was their first 3D animation they ever did. Look how far they've come. So did they both use the time stop, or I don't know. Either way, that was a cool shot. Oh, the clones. See, again, some abilities like that I feel like could compensate, but I'm not sure by how much. Fairy? Yeah, good luck hitting that. Ooh. Oh! Oh, right. Still the better strategist, definitely, Link. I do really like this score, by the way. It's incorporating elements of both of them. Oh! Oh, geez, that was close. Is that like the invisibility cloak? Oh, no. I'm still rooting for you, Cloud. Oh, geez.
Now it's your chance.
Well, yeah, I should have known they weren't going to end the fight before this came out. I mean, he's fought bigger monsters. Has he fought more powerful monsters? But like the supernova, too.
Let's mosey, asshole.
Oh, Omni Slash. Last time this didn't work. But I don't see him defending. Oh! Oh my god. My heart is beating so fast. Oh.
You think that it was time to split too soon?
Yeah, maybe.
Link had an incredibly versatile arsenal available to him, given the abilities he had from his various weapons and masks.
Yep.
Stuff like the Sheikah Slate and Ocarina, the guy had so much to throw at Cloud that he could have easily gotten overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Even with that against him, Cloud could match much of Link's arsenal with both his materia and superhuman ability. Link may have won a few fights with his time stop, but so would Cloud.
Yeah.
For our purposes of determining who would win the most often, these essentially cancel each other out.
Yeah,
Link's Master
exactly.
Sword and Triforce of Courage helped him counter some of Cloud's materia. Like, he wasn't getting turned into a toad or anything, but Cloud's ribbon
Fair
could
enough.
do a lot of the same, especially against those fire, ice, and shock arrows.
Since both had multiple ways to counter each other's more magic-based moves, and both had incredible healing spells, this really came down to their baser abilities.
Like how Link
I
dodging
see.
lasers put him at a tenth the speed of light, but Cloud kept up with Bahamut, who flew between planets in 12 seconds.
Since this looks like Neptune, and considering Gaia is a stand-in for Earth, the distance between
I
them
see.
would be
Okay, I see what they're
14
saying
billion
now.
Kilometers. To travel that distance in 12 seconds means Bahamut Fury flew at least 1,200 times the speed of light.
So, while
Yeah.
Link was smart, had more experience, and has fought foes faster than him before, Cloud could literally run circles around him without him noticing.
Link's
Yeah.
strength and power were nothing to scoff at, especially when scaled to Majora pulling the moon into a planet and destroying a continent.
For sure,
That would
yeah.
take an energy equivalent to over 60 exatons of TNT. However, Cloud was strong enough to endure similar attacks and return the favor in a devastating way.
Like how he survived Sephiroth's supernova attack.
Guidebooks confirm that the supernova is a blast that destroys dimensional space. Technically,
Right.
it occurs in another dimension where the entire solar system is annihilated, with Cloud standing right there.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy, but this means he can literally survive a sun exploding in his face. I mean, it really messed
Like, he
him up.
did. That is
Still,
essentially what it
goddamn
is.
sun. Link's never had to deal with something of that magnitude before.
The hero of Hyrule put up an admirable fight and could certainly win in a few different
Oh,
ways.
for sure. Link
Cloud's
could win
speed,
this fight.
strength, and powerful limit breaks meant that, more often than not, his victory was assured.
Link tried force, but against Cloud,
That was a
he had
forced
seen
try.
no way out.
The winner is Cloud Strife.
Good job, Cloud.
That's the first half of our 10th anniversary season. Death Battle will
Yeah.
return later this
Okay,
year,
I was
but in
told
the
that there
meantime, check out
was
the
a
quality
revealed
DBX
character
and the
here.
debates we're having over in the Death Battle
Let's see if I
forums.
recognize
Thanks for
this
watching.
person. Oh, so that's DBX. Fair enough. Next time on Death Battle. Oh! Oh, shoot, sorry. Crap! Who was that? No, like, oh man, that name is escaping me right now. But I know who that is. Damn it, this is so embarrassing. Why can't I remember? Let me take a look at the character again. Hang on, give me a sec. Damn, this is actually so embarrassing. Yeah, okay. I know who that character is, and I'm gonna sound like a big idiot, but the name is escaping me. But I know who that is, and that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I guess we'll talk about that later. But anyway, you know, we have like months to talk about like next time on Death Battle and everything like that. But let's just talk about this fight for now, because that's really what I want to talk about. I don't know what you guys thought of it. You know, I don't know if, you know, you guys have problems with the scaling, or if you know, didn't really enjoy it that much or whatever. But personally, I really liked it. I thought it was a really good episode. The animation was so fun to me. I thought it pulled out a lot of the stops with the abilities. Of course, you're not going to be able to get all of the abilities in there, but for what it's worth, I thought they got a lot. Like, I thought they really animated a lot. It seems like they put a lot of effort into this, you know, using so many different abilities and incorporating them into the fight. I thought that was really rather cool. The analyses were also quite informative. I think I would have liked to see Cloud's part go a little longer. It seemed like, unless like they just threw so many different things for Link, that it just felt like Link's was longer. But I really thought that Link's analysis was longer than Cloud's. Although then again, maybe there's not as much to say about Cloud. Either way, though, you know, it was still informative, and it was tough for me to decide. They gave me pretty much all the information I needed. There were some exact calculations that they saved for later, like how fast it would be to travel between those planets, and you know, the continent destroying feat or whatever. Like, yeah, for sure, I can understand that. But they did also talk about the supernova, which I was able to put together, and I was still able to put together the planet flying stuff, the flying between planets stuff. So, you know, I'm happy I was able to put that together, but like, there are still definitely ways that Link could win this fight. Again, his arsenal is so powerful and so vast that there are circumstances where, yeah, it could really like overwhelm Cloud and counter some of Cloud's physical abilities. But the fact is, Cloud also has a lot of similar abilities that counter a lot of that big stuff. So it's just more reliable that Cloud's physical abilities are going to pull through, which is what I said in my prediction. So even though I wasn't as well versed on the characters, to be honest, as I am right now after watching this video, you know, I'm happy I was still able to put that together. So, you know, I'm very satisfied with how this turned out. I was happy to see Cloud win. And, you know, again, like, apologies for anyone who wanted to see Link win. Link is still a really awesome character. But yeah, in general, I thought it was well written. I thought it was funny enough. I thought it was very well animated. The reasoning makes sense. The analyses made sense. Yeah, like, again, this was the one I was most excited for, and I had high expectations. And for the most part, yeah, I'd say they met my expectations. I can see myself rewatching this one a lot, so I'm really excited to do that. But anyway, guys, I want to hear what you have to say. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Who do you think should have won? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. Comment your comments down below. Subscribe if you could too, that would be amazing. But no matter what you guys do, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for me. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.